All right, welcome back to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. If you need a roof, you know who to call. Right here. Ireland Contracting. They're the best in the business. Gene said everyone needs a roof. I do not disagree with that. And if I needed a roof right now, Ireland Contracting would be the place that I would call. Gene would call them. Easy number to remember. It's 1-800-NEW-ROOF. Really easy. Now give us a call right now on the Borders and Borders hotline. 412-575-2600 is the number. We're taking you calls tonight. And you can vent about the Ballon Buccos. Chris Archer, 5 home runs. 5 home runs. Usually pitchers don't make it. They have a chance at getting 5 home runs.
The Braves haven't hit back-to-back home runs in one inning. 2 back-to-back home runs, 2 sets of back-to-back homers in one inning since, what, 1965?
I'm going to take your word for it. I didn't see the stat, but it would have been nice to see. Who was the one that got out? Riley, I think. In between, it was Riley. In between, it'd have been nice to see 5 straight home runs in the first inning.
Would have?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go down, if you're going to break a record, all right, let's go out to Mike out in Oakland. What's up, Mike?
What's up, my friend Rich? How you doing? Hey, Gene, what's going on?
Hey, thanks for calling, Mike.
Listen, it's venting time, but before I do a 30-second or a minute vent, I need to correct you guys. I watched your show yesterday, and I don't really know. I don't think anybody even asked you a question. It was a weird show, but basically you guys were wrong on the guy asked about Reynolds' hitting streak if he walks 4 times. It does not count as an official at bat. If he walks 4 times and doesn't have any other thing happen, then he still has his hitting streak intact because he pinch hit about 10 days ago and he walked, and so that didn't count towards his hitting streak.
Well, thanks for correcting us, Mike. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Well, anyway, so I want to talk about obviously the stinking Pirates. I mean, I'm not going to get on the nutting train tonight and bash him and Huntington because I've said it before what I think of them, but I think it might be time to get rid of Ray Searage, okay? I mean, I think this pitch-to-contact thing is not working in an era where everybody's hitting the ball hard, hitting home runs left and right. I don't think it's working here, and I think there's too many pitchers that have left here, and all of a sudden they look much, much better. And Cole came up in that great year, 2015, and he didn't look as good the last couple years. And, in fact, he was pretty mediocre his last year with us. He goes to Houston, and he turned it around. And I think he leads the AL in strikeouts again this year so far. I mean, and that's just one. Obviously, Morton, Glass now. And I don't think Archer, I mean, I know he was on a decline from, looking at his stats more, when they do some more research and looking at his advanced metrics and stats in Tampa before he came here. But he can't be this bad. I mean, I'm wondering, is Searage telling him to do something?
You know what, Mike?
Change his approach?
Mike, I appreciate the call. I don't think so. I mean, I know I've had numerous conversations with Ray Searage, and I think a few other people have too. And I don't think they demand these guys to pitch to contact. That's their philosophy. But I think they can let them go out and be themselves. And obviously they want to win, so they're going to let them pitch what they feel comfortable as what their best pitches are.
Well, Cole came up in 2013 while we're trading corrections, but I'm not sure that the pitch-to-contact philosophy is still intact. I mean, it certainly was for a while. They were trying to get people out on 3 or 4 pitches, but all over baseball now, hitters are wise to this, and that's why you see so many 9, 10, 11 pitch at bats, more this year than ever before. The opposite happens sometimes too, where pitchers who aren't successful other places come here and are successful. I take the same approach with pitching coaches as I do with hitting coaches. They'll help some players, hurt some players, and not affect the rest of them. It's up to the players to make these adjustments and play the game the right way.
Yeah, Mike, Bethel Park. What's up, Mike? Mike, you there?
Do wonderful here. Great attitude. It's tough talking about the Pirates all the time, but I have my calendar circled, Richie, June 4th. I think you're dead on with putting the fork in them possibly this soon. And like you've talked about with Gene, is it possibly time to blow this up and have a really bad season, like 20 games under 500, and see what you got in the minors, trades, whatnot? Because this obviously not working where they're at now.
Mike, that's what I would want to do as a Pirates fan. I'd be behind that. Just blow it up. Try to get what you can from these guys. I just don't. I don't see any. There's nothing for me to be optimistic. I know you want to give it a couple more weeks, and I'm going to come back to you on July 1st. But that's what I would do. I mean, you have some time here before the trade deadline, but you could get some things for Starling Marte, no doubt about it. He's going to make a little bit more money next year. You could maybe get something for Corey Dickerson, Melky Cabrera. Francisco Cervelli's not coming back. That guy might retire. I mean, maybe the fans would buy into it if you said, hey, trust me, believe me, we're going to quit using the word retool. We're going to rebuild.
Correct. I like your the way you talked about that. Thank you.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, a week ago, this team was 3 games out of first place with 21 people on the disabled list. Here we are a week later, blowing it up. I'm not ready to do that. Perhaps I'll reevaluate on July 1st.
I think, Sheen, it's just the way they lose. They just get blown out.
Well, they get blown out.
And
That's
it's
true. Yeah, their run differential is terrible.
When we came down, now minus 86, I believe. When I came down here before they got that 5th run, it was tied for the worst in the National League with San Francisco. But right now, I think it's minus 86, which is 2nd worst. All right, we're going to go out to Bob in Indiana. What's up, Bob?
Hey, thanks, gentlemen, for taking my call.
No problem.
Everyone's talking about blowing the team up, but you can blow it up so
I'm not talking about.
But the bottom line is, Nutting isn't going to spend any money to get anything in here. He never will, and until he's gone, nothing's going to change. You went into the season with a 4 and 5 starter that weren't even a 7 or 8 starter. You should have got some arms and at least build up the pitching. If you have 1 or 2 go down, you still have a little bit, solid that you can.
Bob, I thought their pitching staff was good coming into this. That was the one thing I was looking forward to. I thought they had a pretty good pitching staff, and injuries I think hampered them a bit. Chris Archer proved me wrong a little bit. I mean 5 home runs today, 4 in the 2nd inning. He's been a disaster. He was good the last 2 games, but. I thought the one pitching staff, I wanted them to get more depth in the field and more hitting. And, you were getting deals on free agents out there. Maybe another bullpen arm, I could criticize them. But now it's just going – it's ridiculous how many people are hurt. And I don't know if any team, even the Yankees or the Dodgers, could overcome something like what the Pirates are going through this year.
Yeah, no, their pitching was among the best in baseball until people started to get hurt. And that would be the case with anybody. If you look around baseball at everybody's 4th and 5th starters, there aren't a lot of good pitchers there.
Yeah, what worries me is you're losing to Milwaukee Brewers, you're losing to the Braves. These are teams that you have to beat or have to at least split with, because these are the teams that you're chasing, not only in your division, but in wild card. I mean, the Brewers and the Braves, I think, are the 1st and 2nd wild card teams right now, and those are the teams that you're looking up at. So, that's my issue right now, and if they don't get these guys back like tomorrow, I think they're in big trouble. They're already on a 5-game skid. This could turn into losing 10 out of 12 or 10 out of 13 here coming up, and who knows where it'll be. Then they'll definitely be out of it. But I think, Gene, they've lost, 15 out of...
This will be 16 to 22.
16 to 22 if they lose tonight. All right, we got to take a break. Back with more of your phone calls, some of your tweets coming up next. Stay right there.